Right. This is trading journal number 14 so far today. It was a good thing that I ended out right here, or well, I ended up right here, but I could have ended up here or up here. But it's all right, you know, nothing crazy, nothing terrible. I ended up break even on 3 of my accounts, and no, 2 of my accounts. My 50K funded account is like up 200 to 300, something like that, and then one of the funded accounts is apparently up 400, I think it was, or 500, which is pretty nice. And then my 25K funded account is up about 1,000. I think it was 900 something. Yeah, $940. So again, not that bad. This one is up 535. This one's up break even 85. This one's break even 65. This one is up 270. So almost 300. So yeah, doing pretty good. At the start of the week, I would say pretty good because I started off with a very difficult decision because I fucked up. It's trade of 8. I don't know. I tested it after I ended the recording. So now I know the limit order is for take profits and the stop order is for stop losses. When I was researching it earlier, it was saying like I could use the limit order for both, or the stop loss is, or the stop order would be for specific entries and stuff. I don't know. It was a whole lot, but I tested it. Nothing's better than just actually testing it myself. I actually tested it with a one contract micro trade right here, as you guys can see. I bought in here, sold out here. So I ended up losing like $20 on 2 accounts, only 2 accounts, because I tested it on my funded accounts because that's the lowest risk. I mean, because they were up the most, right? So yeah, so not too bad. I would say not too bad of a start to the week. I trust me, I could have done way better. Because I was targeting bearish when I was here, if I had gotten in, I would have gotten this. And then when I saw this move, I wanted to get in for bullish, but there's just no retracement. Then I saw this move, I wanted to get in for bearish, and I just kept doing limit orders instead of stop orders for my stop loss, and it just kept taking me out immediately. And then down here, I ended up taking buy orders. I actually got in really fucking low. I'm not gonna lie, I got in super low. Ah, yeah. I got in pretty low on this one. I ended up getting in, and then I don't even know why I got out. I think it's because I accidentally. I can't remember why. Yeah, I really cannot remember. Oh wait. No. I understand it. This right here was a sell trade. I ended up getting out right here for some trades. I believe it was this account and my this account right here. Yep, where I got out right here. But on the other accounts, I did not get out. I think I did that because these were partials, and then they ended up getting taken out fully right at break even, which was perfectly fine by me. Ended up getting in on another buy order right here. This was, I believe, the 50% of this leg. Yes, indeed, it was 50%, and we came down to the order block. I tried to get in on the order block, but I guess slippage and shit happened, so I ended up just a little bit above. We came down to a total of, I can't even see the measurement because I have to do this, 20 points, which was a little risky because I was already down a lot on the accounts, and I was a little bit scared because if we went down any farther, I would have blown the account. The account would have been blown. But ended up catching this whole move right here. Couple hundred points within a few seconds. I don't even think this is 100. I think it's like 70. I stopped out here, so I caught 90 points. If it would have entered in where I wanted to, but it entered a little bit higher, which was right here, which is 73 points. But that's fine. Not that bad, right? Ended up going an extra, what, 30 points higher, 20 points higher? I hate this. Yeah, 30 points-ish higher. Could have taken out a little bit more, milked it a little bit more for my funded accounts, but I was just like really, I was not having it that today, because of all that trade of 8 shit that was happening. But it's fine. I understand it now. So, gonna hopefully be better tomorrow. But that wasn't a bad thing that I stopped out early, because then we ended up reversing. I probably would have been able to catch this short right here, or around here. But I mean, I wasn't even in. I just did this, finished off, and then let go for the day. But yeah, this broken structure, retraced back into this level right here, 50%. Turtle soup position. Turtle soup re-entry, hit the rejection wick just barely, and then we continue lower. I'm assuming this is also SMTs. Yes, it is. We didn't sweep this high on S&P 500. But wait, no, I'm tripping. No, this one's the SMT right here. We swept 9 a.m. highs at 11:01. Actually, yeah, because that high is not there. We didn't sweep the 10:30 high. Oh, but we did here. Yeah. 11 a.m. swept the 10:30 high. S&P 500 didn't. And then Dow Jones also didn't. 10:30 is right here. 11 a.m. is right here. Yeah. Nasdaq was the only one that swept it. Then we started showing bearish structure, hit the 50%. That's a perfect entry. Perfect. That's a true retracement. You get in here, and then you take all the way down to these lows, at least this low right here, 113 points. You could do one here if you're a little scared, for sure. 88 points, 113. One here down at 223. Where's that other low that I was targeting? The other low on the 30-minute time frame. It was this low, London low right here. Yeah. From up here. Where's it? This one. 237 points. You could target Asian lows. Oh, you could. Yeah, you could. It took Asian lows out. But yeah, I mean, Asia session, we moved 350 points. So I was honestly targeting like 700 points, but we've only moved 300, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, I guess sometimes that doesn't work very well. I mean, if we targeted the bodies would have been 270, which equates around 450 points on the day. Is it 270? No, 413 points. About 413 points. So the 400 to 425 range that I usually do. Which, I mean, from top to bottom, yeah, we did do 400. If I just 413, yeah, dead on exact. Sorry, what am I? 413, and we were doing body to body, which was 270. Yeah, 413.1 is what we would have targeted. We did exactly 413.5 from top to bottom. So yeah, I mean, not bad. But yeah, I think today was definitely an emotional roller coaster, because how this started. I sold all the way down here, and then I just couldn't I couldn't get out because stupid shit, and then it ended up getting me in for more positions and stuff, and it was just a whole ordeal. But yeah, this data fair value gap is what tricked me, because I quite literally said it's a data fair value gap, so there's a potential that we do reverse it and it's not actually going to do anything at all. But because it was going in the direction that I wanted on the day, which was bearish, I was like, all right, we could probably respect this one. No, I'm never trusting these fair value gaps again. Fair value gaps and stuff that are created from fundamental news, like news that's planned, CPI, PPI, FOMC, stuff like that. That's like debatable. You can probably use them, but sometimes they're not usable. But anything that happens from like Trump posting some shit, or like real time news, like Trump posting that he's gonna bomb Iran, I literally said it on Friday. It's a data create or it's a data influenced fair value gap. It's not gonna do anything for me. It's just pointless. It's useless. I'm not gonna pay attention to it. And then I paid attention to this one. So I mean, just because, well, I mean, now that I know, just because it's going in my direction doesn't mean that it's gonna work, because price still needs to take its objectives before we go ahead and do what I want for the day, right? And that objective was some form of high time frame liquidity, or not high time frame liquidity, higher liquidity. And we waited, we took some, and then we dumped. And on the day, we're gonna close bearish, I believe. Reset chart price. Yeah, we're gonna close bearish. Hopefully, Tuesday is my wild card day. And Wednesday says it depends on Tuesday for two reasons. One, Tuesday I want to come down here and sweep these lows, but I don't want to close below these lows. Now, if it doesn't, I want to see Tuesday go push bullish. Why does this depend on Tuesday? It's because if Tuesday doesn't sweep this low, but it still closes bearish, Wednesday could potentially go to sweep these lows. If Tuesday does sweep this low, Wednesday could potentially sweep this low and then push bullish, or it might just ignore this low and just push bullish from Wednesday open. If Tuesday goes bullish, Wednesday might just take out these highs. But I mean, realistically, we're kind of in a consolidation phase on the higher time frame, which I hate. I hate it. I don't like this at all. But yeah, I just really don't. I don't really know too much. This week is difficult. I didn't really have that much time to actually review it. I kind of just did this because I didn't have time to even record the setup Sunday video. I just wrote these down last night before I went to bed. But yeah, I also forgot Friday I left a position open to see on Saturday if it ended up hitting. No, it's not this one. I guess it might have deleted it on accident. Oh, fuck. I know I left a position. Maybe I saw it on during the Friday recap segment, and I didn't even remember. But yeah, I mean, today is just an emotional roller coaster. I didn't do terrible, but I didn't do great, you know? I break even on a couple of the accounts and in profit on the others. So it's not necessarily a horrible thing. And I wasn't in super crazy profits, I don't believe, because I forget that this funded account, the 50K funded account, it does go up intraday stop loss. So I'm gonna have to check up on that later. Hopefully it's not. I think 270 is the most that I got, because I did lose my very first trade for like 1,000. On every account, across every account. And then I think this was literally just a comeback trade, because I was down. I know this account I was down about 1,200, and then I made about 1,500. If we check my trade of 8, which I'm not gonna log in right now, it's too much work. It'll say my winning day is probably 1,500. But yeah, good news. I actually got my second payout today. Because I requested for it on Friday, but I was out playing pickleball, so I didn't get home until late. It was like 10 p.m. when I requested the payout, and by 10 p.m. The Take Profit servers and everything are down. Everybody's home for the weekend, apparently. I don't know why Take Profit does that, but I can't hate on it. They're letting their employees rest, whatever. But so yeah, normally if I had requested it when it updates, which I think is around 6 to 8 p.m., then they probably would have gotten it to me immediately. But because I requested it a little bit late, they waited until the weekend was over, and then once everybody was in, it was actually Sunday. They reviewed it. It was Sunday night. It was like at 11 p.m. Sunday night. They reviewed my payout request. They approved it, and then this morning they put it into my wallet, and then I took all the money out. Thankfully, it didn't get denied. But yeah, I got a second payout, which honestly still doesn't even feel like anything crazy. It's been 2 years. I'm finally getting paid. Thankfully. But yeah, I'm pretty like proud. I did the math this morning. Last week I made 2,400, which is triple the salary that my mother makes in a week, which is actually pretty crazy. I say triple because it's just one working week. Um, which I think my mother actually makes less. Because I just calculated like average corporate job, $21 to $24 an hour. So we'll go to the higher end, which is what my sister does. $24 an hour times 8 hours a day times 5 days a week, which is the normal work week, $960 in a week, and I did 2,400, which is not triple what she made, but if you do 60 times $60 times 8 hours a day times 5 days a week, you come out with how much I made that week, which doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, I guess it's $24 an hour, so it's not really triple, but it's like 2.5 times, whatever. I five and up, round it up, right? But yeah, which is kind of cool. So now I have two accounts. Let's hope that I can make quadruple, 5 times, 6 times that, right? But yeah, my goals this week are to get a third payout, and also at the same time, hopefully pass this pro account, or not pass, sorry, make the buffer for this pro account. I realistically want to be make the buffer and be in profit, but I mean, who knows, right? I don't exactly know what the buffer on this account is. It's either 2,000 or 3,000, but I think it is 2,000, which difficult because I lost 1,000 today. Had I only what did I just say? Had I only lost like 600 like I did on the 25K account, I would be up $1,000 right now. But I'm not because I'm butt. Or if had I been a little more patient after that news event, I would have seen, oh, enter here, bullish here. I mean, realistically, I did want to enter at the 50% here, but I didn't think we would immediately reject. I thought we would hit at least the 50% of this order block, and we kind of edged it by literally like what, 2 points, 3 points, 5 points. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, that's going to be it for the trade recap today. Literally nothing really that I would say I did bad um in terms of like emotionally, because today I think my emotions weren't even contributed because of how the market was moving. Of course, the market was moving a little weird because of the Trump tweet, but I think the biggest reason why I was panicking so much and like losing my minds and bursting my skull, my veins and everything was mostly because of Tradeovate, because this first trade on Tradeovate, because I messed up the order, which is my fault, but if only Tradeovate had something where I could just cancel one specific trade, but it doesn't fucking work like that apparently. And then this right here where I was trying to get in on a market order, and then I was trying to put a stop loss, but I was using a limit order, which again, my fault because I don't know how the limit orders work, but I mean, it's a limit order. You can set a limit on TradingView and it'll show up as a limit, but it'll still be a stop loss. Same with Top Step. And then also I mean, this edging me right here wasn't. It was a little aggravating. It was a little aggravating, not gonna lie, because I was trying to get break even, and it was literally 5 fucking points away from my take profit. So it was a little aggravating, but I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. And then I took a trade here, and I got a little bit mad because the spread put me up here, even though I got in down here at the fair value or at the order block. So I should have been only down about 10 points. But I was actually down 20. Yeah, I should have been maximum down not 10 points. But I ended up being down like 26 points, which was also pretty aggravating. So, yeah, and then I took whatever I had, and then I just ended off the day just so I could, relax myself, and stop myself from trading. But yeah, unfortunately lost the first trade, but ended up winning the day, which not bad. Could have done better. And also, I've been trying to show this calendar, but or I've been trying to keep up with his calendar, but at this point I have 5 accounts, so tallying it doesn't really make sense to me anymore. That's why I have TradeZella open right now, because I want to open up a TradeZella account and actually link all my accounts and stuff, and then TradeZella can handle a calendar for me. I would literally be paying $50 for TradeZella to handle a calendar for me, which is kind of dumb. But I mean, there is some benefits of the backtesting thing. Not really. I wouldn't be using it that much. I'd use it literally every Saturday. But yeah, honestly, not keeping up with it anymore, to be honest. I'll think on the TradeZella thing. I mean, I have enough money to buy it. It's just, am I gonna get use out of it, or am I just gonna kind of leave it there and just look at the calendar? Obviously, I probably will try to get some use out of it, improve my strategy a little bit more, because I can always improve on my strategy. I can also improve on my mental, especially because TradeZella, there's no risk. Even when I'm back testing, I could just quite literally be back testing 1 second every, or back testing like a normal session, and I could be upping my risk that way in the future. When I'm up in risk on these accounts, I'm not tweaking out and tripping crazy, right? Which, I mean, I've done it before on TradeZella. I used to trade 18 mini contracts at once, which would put me in positions that are like 5 figures, which at the time for me is absurd, right? Even now, 5 figures is kind of absurd. Not really, but it's not like 60 fucking contracts where I'm up what 6 figures per, what is it, like 40, 50 points, 100 points. But yeah, so I'm gonna see what I can do. But outside of like the panic on Trade of 8, I don't think I did really bad. I think I had some pretty good trades overall, minus the first one. The first one was wraps, but the second trade and the third trade were the same trade, but it just wouldn't let me get in for some stupid reason. That trade was pretty fine. The fourth trade was also pretty fine. I just got edged a little bit. Ended up closing at break even, so this doesn't really matter to me. Fifth trade. Oh, this was just because I accidentally closed out for 10 contracts. But then the fifth trade, right here. Fifth trade right here was what won me everything back, so this is a good trade. So literally, I think every single, these trades right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades right here, all great trades. All great trades. I just had Trade of 8 issues with 4 of them. This one was not a okay, to be fair, not a horrible trade, because I sold down here, and then I had stops, I believe, here or here, which not risking very much. I think this is 40 points maximum. 50 points, to be fair, it is a little bit much, but I mean, it was first trade of the day, and I have very big stop losses on 4 accounts. The 25k account, I was pretty confident in that it doesn't blow there, so I was good. What, like 50 points is 50 times 4, 50 points is like 200 ticks. 200 ticks times 4, $800. So yeah, it was. It's not terrible. It's definitely not good, but obviously it wasn't terrible. But because there was no saving me from that stop loss, I ended up closing tiny bit higher, and I was in for 20 contracts because fucking Trade of 8. But whatever. I'm just rambling now. Nothing really much for this fucking trade recap, outside of the fact that I think I did pretty good outside of the rage bait from Trade of 8. That's, yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna end off that trade journal here. I've just been yapping for 24 minutes. Holy shit. You don't even have to watch this all. Probably nobody's gonna watch it anyway. But yeah, I will see everybody tomorrow on Tuesday. Hopefully everybody had a good trading day. Hopefully we all continue to have good trading weeks, and I will see everybody in tomorrow's trade.